I've always said this because people have always said, Vlad, why don't you start a label? You know, you got a big platform, this, that, and the third. And my answer has always been this. It is almost always a better business decision to buy scratch-off lottery tickets than to try to put out a new artist. And you will win with the scratch-off lottery tickets a good portion of the time.
And let me add to that.
Damn near all the time with the new artist, you will lose all your money. Am I right or am I wrong, Mr. Independent Music Label?
You are
owner.
Absolutely correct. We went through so many artists and producers trying to just find our footing and develop a consistency of sound as Supreme Circle, you know, and it was like, you know, this one is something to go wrong here. He'll go to jail. You know, he feel like he know more than people who sold platinum records and gold records. And it's like, you know, it's a big juggling act.
Yeah, and look, you look at people like Boosie. He goes and signs all these artists, and then the one that blows up, Young Blue, then he ends up going somewhere else and, you know, allegedly getting a bag that he doesn't want to split with Boosie. You know, that's what they're beefing over. Then Boosie got to sue him, and then now there's a Drake record. That makes it even more serious. And yeah, it's usually a mess.
It is.
It's usually a mess.
It is. It is. Shout out to all the people who were successful that really started a label and brought it to prominence, that ground up Doghouse Records, Death Row Records, Cash Money.
Oh, yeah, no, I was talking to Birdman.
No Limit.
Me and Birdman were texting the other day about this, right? I said, listen, I feel you are the greatest hip-hop CEO of all time because he did hip-hop the whole time.
Right.
He didn't have a clothing line. He didn't have a liquor brand. He didn't make headphones. No sneakers. He just did music.
Yeah.
And kept creating stars from Juvenile to Lil Wayne to Nicki Minaj to Drake to, you know what I'm saying? To Young Money to Tiger to Blueface now to, he's continued to work and create stars at the highest level from jump, and that having an ear for that is, you know.
He's a true example of a mogul, like Dr. Dre, you know, Jermaine Dupri. You know what I mean? They have an ear for talent, and they know how to bring the best out of it, and they know how to present it to the world. You know, that's a very deep gift that you know, some people are blessed with, to be able to see a star and actually help develop him into the star that they see.
Yeah. Almost impossible.
Almost impossible.
Almost impossible.
That's why the only word I could come up with was deep. It's not common. It's a rarity.
People like to downplay like Puffy's talent level, but you mean to tell me if they put Biggie in front of you when he was fat, you know, skin was, you know, slightly different shades, you know, lazy eye, and he rapped all hype, totally different rap style,
right?
Dressed bummy, smoke, you know, selling crack at the time with, you know, with a baby mother, and like, and you're gonna say, okay, this guy's gonna be a superstar. I'm gonna put the bank on this guy.
Come on,
Who
man.
would have done that except for Puffy?
Man. Come on.
Who would have done that? Like,
you had to hear.
And he had Craig Mack. Not the most handsome of individuals either, no Diddy.
Right.
Like,
right.
you know, and you gave him one of the biggest songs ever.
Right.
It takes a lot.
Yeah. You heard something, and now Craig Mack, I could see. Because Craig Mack was that
kind of
MC,
style,
the hyper,
right.
He could swing the party. But to see the way you just described Biggie was like somebody plucking that piece of ore out of the cave.
Yeah.
And seeing the little glint underneath it and knowing that you had a diamond and all you had to do was bring it to prominence, polish it and
Brush
bring it
it
to
up,
prominence. Yeah,
Put it in the studio with some good producers. Give them a stylist.
That's insight, man. That's heavy.
Even like, I mean, shit, like Total, not the most photogenic of females, just to be honest. You know, it's like the fact that you could take all these individuals who don't look like superstars, but you make them superstars from your own sheer effort. I'm just saying, it's a lot. You know, Mariah Carey's an easier sell. Got this super pretty girl who could already sing really well. Okay.
Well, she got a dual appeal. You know, people don't know whether she's white or black. You know what I mean? So
right. But what I'm saying is she's very attractive. She's already attractive and she could already sing her ass off.
I can't really recall how the Total women
Whitney Houston, when you first saw her, it didn't take a long time for you to say, wow, she's exceptional. The first song she came out was, okay, she's a superstar.
True.
Very pretty, could sing her ass off.
True.
You didn't have to be a super genius to know that let's sign Whitney Houston.
Clive Davis knew it.
Exactly.
Right.
Whitney Houston and Biggie, two very separate skill sets, is what I'm saying. You know?
Whitney
Ask
Houston
1,000 people.
Biggie.
We're going to give you a record label. Who are you going to sign?
How you even
Choose
use
one.
their name in the same sentence?
Whitney Houston or Biggie?
And Biggie.
They both ended up being multi-platinum.
Yeah,
but
they
one
did.
was easier to see the potential with than the other. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
hilarious. That's hilarious.